How you doing? My name is Abraham, and I want to speak to you a little bit on circumstances that I think you need to know, that I think the majority of the world need to know. Maybe they might accept it, and maybe they might not. But the good thing is that someone need to put something out different, where we can behave differently in the world that we live in. Right now, I'm out in Baldwin, Missouri, and I was looking at all the different activity that goes on out here in Baldwin, Missouri. Everywhere you look at, there's business going on. There's activity. Every building seems like it's occupied with activity. It's booming out here. Money is flowing all through the neighborhoods. Everybody out here is enjoying their life. And it seems like everybody out here is enjoying their life. Then somebody is not enjoying their life because everybody out here is enjoying their life. Money is flowing. There is no absence of money out here. People are enjoying everything that they have, financially, economically, socially, mentally. So why is it that African American people are always suffering? Why is it that we always in a bind? Why do the people that live in the suburbs outside of the city of St. Louis flourishing? Why do African Americans, it's hard to get a good job out here in Baldwin, in a police department, fire department, city of Baldwin, Missouri? Why is it so hard for them to get for us to get a job out here? But those people that lives out here can always get a job in our neighborhood. Police department have people that live out in Baldwin work on the police department in the city of St. Louis, cities, county, North County. They some of the people that lives out here have the jobs in the inner cities. We can't get a job out here, but they can get a job in our neighborhood. Why is that? Why do people can get a job in our neighborhood, but we can't get a job in theirs? The only job that we'll get is sweeping their floors, washing their dishes, or pumping their gas. Why is it so hard for us to get a job out here? And why is it so convenient for them to have a job in the inner cities or having a job that we supposed to have to take care of our own community? We can't take care of our own community. They are not going to let you take care of your own community. The jobs that you will have in your own community, they have them. And they are not going to give those jobs back up. They're not going to give it up. These people that run in this world, making sure that they can live comfortably at your expense. North St. Louis is a breeding ground for crime. And it's a breeding ground for crime for they can occupy your body out there in the boondocks where they have cornfields. See, they got corporate corns now. They don't have family farms no more. They got corporate farms now. McDonald's have his own farm. All these major restaurants have their own farms now. So the common man that would usually have their mom and pop farm out there in the country don't have farms no more. So what did they do? They made sure they keep crime going in the north side for they can supply bodies for the people that works out there in the penitentiaries out there in the boondocks. They are making sure that they keep crime going on in the inner city, especially on the north side of the city, for they can have jobs for their constituents that lives out there in the country. The majority of the people that live out there in the country used to grow farms. Now what they are growing now, or what they are harvesting now, is crime victims. These crime people now is going out there to spend their time in the penitentiary out there where they build their farms at. They build farms out there. They build penitentiaries out there where there used to be farms for they can keep them people employed. So now the penitentiary out there, The whole town works in this penitentiary. They wouldn't even have a job. These towns now was dependent on the farmers now to bring in their food. But now they got corporate farms now. There is no need for family farms now. But those people that have family farms need jobs. They need income. They need something to take care of their family. So what do these people do? They'll shoot dope crime in the North St. Louis and the African American community, make sure they have crime going on so they can supply those bodies out there in the suburbs, out there in the country, in the penitentiary, for those people can keep a job. This is a business for these people. These people make sure crime stay alive in the inner city so they can keep jobs going. They wouldn't need so many police departments. They wouldn't need so many vices in their neighborhood if they eliminate crime. They can't eliminate crime because they eliminate crime, they eliminate jobs. Crime is a job business. They keep you in crime, they keep business so they can feed their family. These people are using us, man. And we are falling victim to them, to what they do to us. They play these games with us. They'll put dope in our neighborhood and send the same policemen that's putting the dope in our neighborhood, that know what's going on in our neighborhood. Nothing that these people do, nothing that we do, they don't know is going on. Why do you think they got cameras and these spies, things all in people's homes now? They know exactly what's going on in our neighborhood. And they create this crap to keep us suffering. Our suffering keep this economy alive. Keeping penitentiaries occupied keep this economy alive. You have whole neighborhoods, you have whole communities out there in the suburbs, out there in the cornfields. There used to be cornfields, now it's a penitentiary, and the penitentiary is housed by us. It's housed by us to keep those people, their livelihood. Their livelihood depends on us messing with the drugs that they ship in our community. No African American know the makeup of a human body, know the effect of what these drugs would do, but a doctor, a renegade doctor that knows what these shit would do to your body. So we are being played, people. These people are so wicked. They are destroying us to keep themselves alive. Our death is their life. Our ignorance is their life. Our stupidity is their life. Our headache is their life. Do you think these people gonna give up this gravy, this milk, this cow, this golden calf that they milking us with? They milking us every day. They don't let up. They can't afford to let up. They are planning this stuff right now as I'm speaking to you right now. They are planning their next move to keep us dead. And what we do, we'll fall right into the trick these people been playing. They got Black Lives Matter. They got a commercial out and talking about they want to make things right. How long do you think it takes these people to make things right? We've been over here for 500 years and they still talking this crap. And we still falling for it. We are the most ignorant people on this planet because we don't wake up and smell the Kool-Aid or drink the Kool-Aid these people's constantly giving us. These people are not going to share this world, and once you realize that, you can make progress. They are not going to give you any share of this creation. You got to take this share of this creation that you need. What I mean by taking, not going to war, you got to come together. Once you come together, you can do things. But as long as you are divided and individualized, you can't never get anything done. And they know this. You have to wake up and smell the coffee. They are not going to change their behavior because their behavior benefits them. Our behavior, the way we act and the way we carry ourselves, benefits them. They are not going to change what benefits them and make their life better. Why do you think the people's out? Do you think everybody that lives in Baldwin, Missouri, work in Baldwin, Missouri, to make Baldwin, Missouri flourish like it's flourishing? Do you think everybody that lives out in Ladue works in Ladue? We are supporting these people. If the African Americans stop being so stupid, you can see the progress we can make as a group of people, not as individuals. They want to keep you individualized before they can keep control. Power is in unity, not individually. Power is weak when you're individual. Power is strong when you're together. An open fist can't hold anything. A closed fist can hold something. So they want to keep you divided like your hands is divided from finger. You can't hold anything when you can't hold no substance in your hand when your hand is all open. But once you close your hand, ball your hand up in a fist form, you can hold something. They know these games. They know this. They've been doing this stuff for over 500 years. They are playing games with your mind. You gotta wake up and realize that these people are not gonna change their lifestyle to suit your purposes. Your purposes support their lifestyle. This whole world is a machine. Everybody plays a part in this machine. Every ethnic group in this world play a part in this machine. You take a part of this machine or loose, that machine would run for a while. African America is the oil for this machine. They'll take the oil out of the machine. This oil in this machine will run. This machine will run without oil for a long time. But in time, this machine running on metal to get metal, it's gonna eventually fall apart. Because the part that you took out of is the part that need to be in there. We are all. They need us in this thing to make this thing smooth. They take us out, and eventually this thing gonna fall apart because this reality that we live in, it functions just like a machine. Everything in this machine runs smooth when you got all the opponents working together, benefiting each other. But if you take any component out of this machine will run for a while, but eventually this machine gonna fall apart. That's what's going on in the world today. The world is falling apart because the part of this machine that you took out need to be in there to make this thing run smooth. It had been running for 500 years without this machine being with the oil in it. But now the machine is beginning to break down because the wear and tear of this machine is beginning to wear on it. And it only can last for long when you take a piece out of this machine. African Americans and Africans in the world in generally have a purpose in this creation. This creation functions better when every particle in this creation is functioning smoothly. This creation will run smooth if every part of this creation was functioning in this creation. But you got people that want your part, and they want their part, and they refuse to let you have your part. They want your part. They don't want you to have your part. But they took us out of the scheme of things. And when you take a human being out of the scheme that God have designed for the human being to be in, this machine will run for a while and it will start cracking up. It will start breaking down. And then when it started breaking down, you are so used to having that part of the machine that was in there that you took out. You've been so used to them not being in there, you refuse to put them in there, you'll see your whole country fall apart because that part that you don't want to be in there out of your selfish greed. Your behavior, your ideals, or what you think things should be. You didn't create this creation. You're a creation yourself. The God that created this creation, he knows what he was doing when he put every component in this creation. Every component in this creation have a function for this creation. And when you start taking pieces out of this creation, in time, that function that you took out gonna make this creation start messing up. It's just like you changing things around, and you think the thing's gonna run smooth the way you think it's gonna run. It'll run smooth for a while, but it's not naturally supposed to run like that. Brothers and sisters, we have to change our lifestyle. We gotta watch and wake up and realize that these people that run in this world don't want us to have a part of this creation. And they're doing everything in their power to keep us dormant. They do not want us to enjoy this creation. They do not want us to enjoy this creation. I'm repeat, they do not want us to enjoy this creation. They do not want us to use our minds. They do not want us to think for ourselves. You have a child at home, and that child depends on his parents thinking for him, because that child is not mature enough to think for himself. And when he starts thinking for himself, he starts analyzing what goes around the world. He make a better world for himself. The people that run this world, they refuse to let us think for ourselves. They refuse to let us have an idea to think for ourselves. They don't even want us to have an inkling of thinking on your own. As long as you're walking around here thinking that you don't have to think on your own, you are creating a problem for them, and you are creating a problem for yourself. They told Samson his strength was in his hair. Samson's strength was in his hair, and he had a war going on fighting the Philistine army. And fighting the Philistine army, he took a jawbone of an ass to whoop the Philistine army with a jawbone. Why did Samson use a jawbone of an ass to whoop the Philistine army? Why didn't he use a leg? Wouldn't it be more feasible to use a leg and better equipped to use a leg instead of using the jawbone of an ass? So what do that mean, that he whooped the Philistine army with a jawbone of an ass? They called the donkeys jackass. They called the donkey poor people. They called the Democrats the donkey. But why did Samson use the jawbone of a donkey to whoop the Philistine army? The power is in the speech of the poor. The power is in the speech of the poor. The downtrodden. Those people is the jawbone of the ass. Those people is the power. You want to whoop this, if you want to fight this world, you fight this world with the people they've been using. They use, they abuse. So what did they do to a donkey? They use and abuse the donkey. But the donkey gets stubborn and he don't want to move no more. So Samson used the masses of the downtrodden people to whoop the Philistine army. He educated the downtrodden people with knowledge. He used a mouthpiece of the jawbone of an ass. He used the mouthpiece of the poor to whoop the Philistine army. He was teaching them to use their intelligence. He was teaching the ignorant people to use your mind. How can you fight this war of America unless you use your mind? Use your intelligence. You just like the jawbone of an ass. You don't have anything. You're a donkey. They use you and abuse you. So Samson came and educated that donkey, gave him knowledge. And that knowledge that Samson gave those people helped him fight the Philistine army with that mouthpiece. My name is Abraham, and I will speak to you again. You have yourself a great day.